The human colony lay quiet under the twin suns, its defenses minimal, its people peaceful. Raiders thought it an easy target, until they stirred the long patrol, humanity's silent guardians of the frontier. What followed was a storm of precision, strategy, and relentless courage. Every move of the invaders was countered, every threat measured, and the colony learned that humans protect their own not with words, but with unstoppable action. The twin suns hung low over the quiet human colony of Kestrel, 9, casting long, golden shadows across simple modular habitats and glimmering water channels. The colony had thrived for decades, mostly undisturbed by the chaos of interstellar politics. Humans had settled here to cultivate resources, establish trade, and live in relative peace. Yet that peace was about to be shattered. Across the outskirts of the colony, a fleet of raiders emerged from the gas-laden horizon, their black ships sleek, jagged, and armed to the teeth. They expected an easy target, lightly defended settlements, unaware settlers, and no organized resistance. Their scanners picked up minimal activity, and they chuckled among themselves, confident of their impending pillage. But what they did not know was that humans had always anticipated threats, and that a silent, elite force lay in wait, the Long Patrol. Lieutenant Commander Alara Dane, leader of the patrol, stood on a ridge overlooking the colony, long black hair flowing under the solar winds, her glowing blue skin faintly luminescent from the reflective armor she wore. Her attire was tactical yet revealing enough to allow freedom of movement, thick thighs planted firmly, arms strong and ready. Beside her, the patrol's alien allies, equally curvaceous and imposing, monitored the raider ships, their short, practical clothing clinging to their athletic forms, horns faintly glowing white with alertness. "They're testing the perimeter," Alara said, eyes narrowing. "Keep sensors active, and don't engage until I give the signal." Her voice was calm, measured, and carried the authority of someone who had faced the galaxy's deadliest threats and survived. The raiders descended swiftly, dropping pods near the colony's outskirts. Automated defenses, quiet but deadly, activated, firing precision lasers that disabled landing pods without causing structural damage to the habitat. Civilians peeked from their homes, eyes wide, hearts racing. They had no idea what was coming, yet a sense of security washed over them, knowing the humans were ready. Alara raised her hand, signaling her team. The patrol moved like shadows across the ridges, gliding silently, their movements precise and lethal. Each member was armed with energy rifles, plasma knives, and kinetic disruptors, but more than weaponry, they carried strategy. Thick thighs flexed under compact armor, long black hair tied back or flowing as needed, horns faintly glowing as they relayed silent communications. The raiders were confident as they approached the colony, scanning for resistance. But the first volley of precision strikes shattered their formations. Energy pulses disabled their engines, targeting nodes on each craft. Panic erupted. Raiders attempted to regroup, firing indiscriminately, but every move was anticipated. The Long Patrol was not merely defending, they were rewriting the rules of engagement. Inside the colony, civilians were ushered to safe zones by the blue-skinned alien women, their short, practical clothing allowing agility and efficiency. One girl carried an infant, weaving through corridors, thick thighs propelling her forward, long black hair caught in the light from emergency illuminators. She whispered encouragement, her horns faintly glowing white, a beacon of calm amid chaos. Alara observed from her vantage, analyzing the raiders' tactics. "They're coordinated but predictable," she muttered. "Flank their left wing, disable the command pod. We cut their head off, the rest will crumble." The patrol moved silently, surgically, like predators among prey, striking with precision that left no room for error. The raider commander, a massive armored alien with 6 limbs and crimson eyes, realized too late that he had underestimated humans. "They are organized," he hissed, voice trembling through the comm link. "They are not primitive." One by one, raider pods were disabled, their ships crashing into sand dunes or floating uselessly above the colony. The Long Patrol neutralized threats without unnecessary casualties, their movements fluid, almost graceful, demonstrating humanity's efficiency and moral control. The colony watched in awe as the tide of the assault turned within moments. Alara descended into the colony after the last raider ship was disabled. She walked among civilians, long black hair framing her glowing blue face, short tactical clothing emphasizing mobility yet modest, thick thighs moving with confident strides. Children and adults alike stared in awe, many realizing for the first time the scale and precision of human capability. The patrol's alien allies moved alongside her, coordinating cleanup, medical aid, and structural repairs. Civilians approached, offering thanks, gratitude, and relief. "You saved us," one elder whispered. Elara shook her head. "We are humans," she said softly. "We protect our own. That is all. And now you can rebuild, stronger than before." News of the assault and the human response spread across nearby systems. Reports described how a seemingly vulnerable colony had been defended flawlessly by a force that combined strategy, technology, and sheer audacity. Species across the galaxy, including former adversaries, noted that humanity's reputation for unpredictability was only matched by their moral clarity and relentless efficiency. By nightfall, Kestrel 9 had stabilized. Energy grids were restored, damaged structures temporarily reinforced, and the patrol set up monitoring points to prevent further attacks. The alien allies, standing with thick thighs planted on rooftops, horns glowing faintly white, observed the surrounding skies, long black hair catching the twin moonlight, ready to act again at a moment's notice. The raider survivors, captured or fleeing, whispered among themselves. "Humans, they are not what we expected," one murmured. "They fight with precision, patience, and something more. Something we cannot counter with brute force." Elara addressed her team as they regrouped. "This was a warning," she said. "Not to them, but to every species who underestimates humanity. We defend, we protect, and we act decisively. Our colony thrives because we remain vigilant, united, and precise." Later, as the twin suns set, casting orange and violet light over the repaired colony, Elara stood atop a ridge. Long black hair flowing, short clothing practical yet highlighting her form, thick thighs planted firmly, glowing blue skin reflecting the fading sunlight, she observed her people. The long patrol had struck not for glory, but for duty, and in doing so, had demonstrated the enduring power of human resolve. Kestrel 9 would remain safe. The long patrol would continue to watch, silently and effectively. And the galaxy would learn once again that humanity, underestimated and often dismissed, possesses a unique combination of courage, intelligence, and unshakable moral clarity, capable of defending what is theirs and inspiring allies, without ever raising a voice unnecessarily. The raiders, wherever they fled, would remember this day. They would remember that touching a human colony awakens not just defense, but a force prepared, calculated, and relentless. The long patrol had proven that humans do not simply survive. They dominate strategically, protect fiercely, and transform the battlefield into a demonstration of precision and moral strength. As night enveloped the colony, lights glimmered in the rebuilt structures, children slept peacefully, and the blue-skinned alien girls, long black hair flowing, short tactical clothing allowing ease of movement, thick thighs planted firmly, horns faintly glowing, continued their watch alongside humans. The long patrol had not only defended a colony, they had cemented humanity's legend as guardians of the frontier, unstoppable and morally resolute.